New York Post basketball reporter Zach Braziller has a couple of trending articles up on the Post website about St. John's basketball. So get your #2 pencils, some loose leaf paper, because it's time to go, Zach, to school to get you guys updated on all things Red Storm. Zach, first and foremost, man, I read the article about this whole St. John's, Connecticut venue saga. Can you please break that down in layman's terms for people like me?
All right. So UConn loves the Garden. Their fans love coming to the Garden. They had beat St. John's recently in a tight game. The two coaches, there's a little animosity brewing. So Rick Pitino is tweaking UConn a little bit by saying, we're going to play them at Carnesecca Arena next year. They haven't played UConn at Carnesecca Arena since 1990. Now, the league, there is a policy that mandates if a team plays more than 2 games at 2 different venues, the league gets to decide where their highest profile games are. And now, so the latest part is this: St. John's told the league, well, we want to play UConn at Carnesecca on Louis Carnesecca's 100th birthday. So now you got, obviously, a bunch of different layers to this. Look, I think ultimately the game we played at the Garden, but it's fun. You know, it's a brewing rivalry between the two teams and the two headstrong coaches, Hurley and Pitino. They play February 3rd at the Garden. Especially if St. John's continues the direction they're headed, that game is going to be full of juice, full of excitement, full of anticipation. To me, it's a real fun thing how you have this, look, clearly Pitino's looking to tweak Hurley a little bit with this. Obviously, part of it also, St. John's, has a pretty good home court advantage at Carnesecca, especially when you're talking about, a big-time team like UConn that's, when they play the Garden, is going to have a lot of fans. At Carnesecca Arena, they wouldn't have a lot of fans. So, look, I completely understand it. It's fun. It's, but ultimately, I do expect the game to be played at the Garden next year.
Hashtag follow the money. Money talks. Ticket sales talks. Another article that you have, you talk about how St. John's has a Hall of Fame coach in Rick Pitino. They're off to the program's best start in the Big East since 2010 to 2011 season. And they're on the brink of landing in the top 25. But you wrote in the article, now it's the fans' turn. Why do you think Red Storm fans haven't really gone all the way in on this team just yet?
I think it's a beaten down fan base. It's a program that hasn't done much winning here the last 25 years. There's no question about that. They haven't won a tournament game since 2000. They haven't been the main draw of the NCAA tournament since 2015. So it's a brand that's, like Pitino talks a lot about this. This is a brand that needs to be built back up. And I do agree with that to an extent. But here's the thing. Chris Mullen's last 2 years as coach, they averaged over 15,000 at the Garden. There's no reason they cannot have 14 or 15 tonight. I'm not saying it should be they should be selling out Garden games. I get it. Like, there's more to prove. They got to win a lot of the casual fans back. I'm not talking diehards. I'm talking the casual fans. But look, it's a team that's worth supporting. That's basically my point. Get to the Garden. Show up. They deserve it. This isn't like a wait and see. Well, we don't know about this coach. It's Rick Pitino. We know he's a great coach. If you watch this team play lately, it's pretty apparent they're a good team. I'm not saying they're a great team. They're a good team. They're going to make the tournament. They're going to be a single-digit seed. They're only getting better. Show up. It's not like you could go on the secondary market and get tickets for the $35. We're not saying you're not breaking the bank here. I think this team deserves a good crowd tonight. I'm not saying 8-12 or anything like that. Not saying a sellout, but from what I was told recently, it was only around 10,000 tickets are out. They got to do better than that. That's basically my point. I get it. The fan base has scars, but come on, you begged for Rick Pitino. You've waited for a team like this that is balanced, that is depth, that is defending forever. Just get to the game tonight. Get to the game against Marquette in 10 days. Get to the game against Villanova after that. Just get there.
Well, I like how you kind of said
what,
the casual fans starting to come around. Like, I'm a casual basketball fan. I got to cover it obviously for our job, but I am buying the $40 tickets tonight to
there
go
you
to the
go.
Garden to
There
watch
you
the game.
go.
And that's with rent and daycare payments coming up, but I'm still breaking the bank with that 40.
If Brandon could do it, you could do it.
All right, so let's talk about this game where I'm breaking the bank for. It's only $40, y'all. Come support the home team. They're at the Garden hosting Providence without Bryce Hopkins. This is a game for Patino and the gang to handle business at the Garden. What's your keys for them to walk away 12-4 on the year?
Look, just be solid. Just do what they've done. Providence is not the same team without Hopkins. They're very good defensively still, but they're offensively challenged. They're over dependent on their star guard, Devin Carter. Look, keep Joel Soriano out of foul trouble. He should be able to control the paint and just do what you've been doing. Because they've been really good lately. They're sharing the ball, they're defending, they're rebounding. I think they could give Providence real problems in the paint. Be aggressive. Don't settle for too many threes. They've kind of have the formula right now where they're really guarding. They're scoring inside. They're not settling for too many jumpers. Look, they're a 7.5-point favorite. They just play their game tonight. They should win, somewhat comfortably.
Yes, big game. Win this game, and then they go on the road to both number 22 Creighton and Seton Hall. So you want to pick up a easy or early W, especially with March right around the corner. Zach Brazilla, thanks for hopping on with us.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Appreciate it.